Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Ricardo and I'm Joe Boosted. Today guys, I'm going to show you my very first bullet journal. So I started bullet journaling back in 2015 after watching the very first video of Boho Berry, who you should go follow if you're not following already. But since one of the main purposes of my channel is to inspire more and more people to start their own bullet journal, I thought that it would be great to show you like my very first bullet journal so that you can see where I come from. This is a Leuchtturm 1917 A5 in blue, and as you're going to see in a moment, it's not artsy or anything. I was just using, the main rapid logging system. This system, I want to show you guys that when we first start, our bullet journals aren't pretty, they don't work as we want them to work for us. It does take time to find your own style, but the most important thing is to get started. So with no further ado, let's dive into my very first bullet journal. Right guys, as you can see, I used this bullet journal from September 2015 all the way to April 2016. When I first started, I wasn't that consistent, and actually the month of December is not here because I was so busy that I just did not use my journal. So, as you can see, when I was using this journal, I wasn't using like fine liners or anything like that. I was using a ballpoint. I was using this Papermate Enjoy ballpoint. Now, when I first started, I looked at Boho Berry's video and I wanted to try something nice. So, as you can see here, this was my very first month log. I had divided the month log into different parts, and each one represented a different area of my life, sort of, but I did not know what I was doing. In the very first month, I was using this envelope system that I talked about in my last video, and then I was just using the rapid logging system. As you can see, I had some lists, but mainly it was just very easy. I was using one pen and I would write down everything that I had to get done. As you can see here, nothing fancy, no stickers, no washi tapes. I wasn't using brushes. I would just write down the date and then the things that I had to do for that day. I was doing some journaling here and there, but mainly I was just sticking to the main system. And you can see here in 2015, I wanted to do like YouTube, but I did not do because, it wasn't the right time. Here, as you can see, I had drawn this spread for school. This is stuff that I wanted to get done for different subjects, and they work really well. And as you can see, it's really basic, really simple. Start with October. As you can see, the second one was pretty similar. I never really looked back at this page. I really like this hexagonal shape of the month log. An attempt of doing some meal planning, and as you can see, I started using some colors. I was using different colors. I like the whole pack with all of the colors, I think, and that's when I started like coloring things up a bit. Here, as you can see, I was doing some regular journaling. I love doing like journaling, and I was using my bullet journal for doing both. I had see here the rapid logging and then journaling here and there. As you can see, I did not have a month log for November because I wasn't that consistent. I just wasn't using my journal. December, as you can see, I barely opened my journal in December, so I think that this is all I have for that month. I have like this page, this one, and that's all. That's all, I think. Here it was a new year, so this is the end of the year, and I felt I really needed to go back to my journal, and that's when I truly started doing like bullet journaling on a everyday, being sticking to the system. Here, as you can see, for January 2016, I was keeping the same format because I truly liked what it looked like. And now there is more color. I had like an upcoming event section, an exam time, because I had some exams. These stickers were from my old Moleskine, I think. I'm not sure where they are anymore. And here I started my very first tracker. So from September to December, I wasn't using like trackers or anything. I would just write down everything that I wanted to do, and I had a month log, but that's it. Here, as we zoom in, you can see what my very first habit tracker looked like. Now, when I like look at it, I can see how much I have improved. Let's compare, this is January 2016 with August. This is August, I think, 2016. As you can see here, this is much nicer, much more organized and colorful, and like I knew what I was doing. Moving on, here I have the first attempt of a weekly spread. I just have week, the days, and then a shopping list down here, and that's basically it. Here I'm gonna go really fast. As you can see, I started using some highlighters. I was using these very cheap highlighters that I found in Italy. Here I tried my very first 2-page weekly spread. Now look at it. It's mainly blank and I wasn't really doing anything with it. Let's compare, for example, this weekly spread with this more recent weekly spread, for example. So as you can see, it does take time, like to go from this weekly spread to this weekly spread. Moving on. Here I had a list of the 50 healthiest foods of all time. I should actually have something like this in my new bullet journal. I should do that. Here, as you can see, things were getting more colorful. I started using this small tracker here for water, so I would color one water in if I was drinking some amount of water per day. Here we move into 2016. That's where I started setting some goals for the year. Here I have a Miracle Morning recap. Last year I was doing the Miracle Morning so consistently, like almost every day, but now I don't know what happened, but I'm just so busy, and you know, I should get back to it though. Here, as you can see, I was trying to do something with for school. So this was a tracker. I had like the subject here and then what I wanted to get done, and yeah, it just didn't work. So you can say it's good though to try things out. Use your journal. As you can see here, these pages stayed blank because I wasn't using them, but whatever, who cares? Here, as you can see, something started to change. I started using these headers. So I'm getting more and more into like nicer bullet journaling. I've started a gratitude log. So this was the very first time. That's when I started using fine liners. Here I was so happy. That's when I started using my fine liners. See, I got 8 amazing set of fine liners and I was just so happy. So January was the month when I was really into getting better. I had done this February Bujo improvements, and that's why from February is when I feel like I was really doing more fancy, like nice bullet journaling. Here we get to February 2016. This is the very first time this is the first time I tried this calendar view, and I'm so in love with it that from this month on, I had always a calendar view. I had a to-buy list for the month, and yes, this month I did a whole gratitude log that I'm really happy about every day. Tracker got nicer this month because I was using different colors and I was experimenting with the system and finding my own system of bullet journaling. Here I have the monthly expenses log I talked about in my expenses video. Now, as you can see, I was using my journal mainly for regular journaling. This is the first time I used a sleeping patterns. I have a sleeping patterns video in my channel. It's one of the oldest videos that I've done. So you can see I was waking up so early last year. My God. I had done a study plan for the weekend. Wait, let me zoom in. As you can see, I had like everything that I wanted to do on the side and some time boxes on this other side. I wasn't aware of the fact that I was doing time boxing, but basically this is time boxing. So you have the time boxes here. According to what you need to get done, you draw arrows so that you know when you want to plan on doing things. Moving on, as you can see, I have some quotes, more journaling. March. As you can see here, March was the same as February, but still really basic. I wasn't drawing this part of the spread. I wasn't really effective with the way I was using the space within my spread. Sleeping parents, that did not work well that month. As you can see here, look at this weekly spread. It is blank. Blank. But whatever. Oh, here, what do I have here? Oops, something nice that I glued in. March was just a bunch of journaling pages, not really bullet journaling. I wasn't using the bullets. April, pretty much the same. I was using different colors though. This is the very first month I started a remembering spread. As you can see here, I was drawing like every single day something that happened on that month, and I'm really happy about this spread. Why am I not doing more remembering spreads right now? I should include that. You can see I started doing this nice headers. These were like the top things that I had to get done on that day. As I moved towards the very end of this journal, I felt I really needed to work on my system and to change things up. So I did this new bullet journal ideas spread. When I started setting up for my new bullet journal, I took inspiration of what I had here. Then I used the last pages to do some sketching. You can see here, this was the very first time I sketched a spread before drawing it in my bullet journal. And here I have the sketch of my very first Calendex. So guys, I wanted to show you this bullet journal because even though it's not that nice, still I love it. It really represents what my life looked like in 2015, 2016. And I can see how much I have improved in my system. So the message that I want to give you today is get started. Take whatever journal you have and start drawing your very first pages. Eventually, one day, you'll find your own style. You'll realize what you need your system to do for you, and you'll end up, being really happy and satisfied with your journal. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like down below and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for weekly videos. What do you think about my very first bullet journal? What about your very first bullet journal? Have you started bullet journaling already? If you're not, why haven't you? Also guys, I wanted to tell you that next week I'll probably be live doing a plan with me video. So I'm not sure about which date I'm going to do the live yet. It's probably gonna be next Thursday or Friday, but we're gonna gather all of the supplies that we have and we're gonna plan for the month of April. So I hope you all have a great weekend and I'll see you soon next week. Bye!